Hello friends! Today's Power Yoga class is all about empowering your body and empowering yourself. We are going to stimulate the muscles and build heat within the body, while at the same time finding playfulness within our practice. We'll be building core strength throughout the class to build confidence for the elusive forearm stand, Pincha Mayurasana. And I encourage you to focus on your breath and engagement of the muscles throughout the class. And of course, have fun with it. All right, everyone, let's get started. So we're going to start out today's class in a thunderbolt posture, so a kneeling posture. Let's start by facing the front of our mat and just bring our attention to our breath. Maybe we bring one hand up to your heart or your chest, or one on your abdomen, just to feel the movement of the breath and how it's affecting your body. Maybe you close your eyes at this time and just bring awareness to your breath and your body. Allow your mind to release any external thoughts and just focus on the here and now. And now let's take a deep inhale, and as we do so, rise up onto our knees, hands towards the sky, and exhale. Let's slowly lower down at the pace of our breath. On an inhale, let's rise up again, reaching towards the sky, and exhale, slowly lower down, going at the own pace of your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, slowly control, lower down to those heels. Inhale, rise up once more. And as we pause at the top, let's exhale and cactus our arms down, squeezing those shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus, opening that heart up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms engaged, squeezing those shoulder blades. And then let's slowly tuck those toes under, bring our butt back, and let's come into a low yogic squat, arms in prayer, using those elbows, kind of pushing those knees open now. Reconnect with your breath a moment. Maybe you close your eyes. Now let's inhale those arms up towards the ceiling and exhale as we bring that right elbow to the left knee. Palms in prayer, reconnecting. Now let's inhale back up to center, and then exhale that left elbow over to the right knee. Once again, feeling that nice stretch through the back, maybe through the side body. Inhale back up to center, and then exhale. Let's slowly drop our butts to the mat and come up into a low boat pose. You can keep your arms high or bring them to the sides of your feet or your thighs. Find a comfortable position and really ground into this pose here. We're going to hold just for a second, and then we're going to slowly drop our toes one at a time, alternating the foot, feeling the engagement through the core, spine long. Drop left toe, then right, left, and right. Breathe through this. Maybe we extend that right leg now, extend the left. Extend the right, feeling that core burn, building a little heat within the core and within the body, getting ourselves ready for the rest of class. Breathe through the posture here. And then let's slowly hold at the top when we're ready. Coming into full boat pose, maybe we grab our toes or the outsides of our legs, lengthen that spine, lengthen those legs. Breathe into the full boat posture. And let's slowly release now as we rock ourselves up into a standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Let's allow our body to just kind of hang here, maybe pedaling out those legs, shaking out those arms, and just really loosening up the body. Maybe we grasp our elbows and just sway the body back and forth, allowing ourselves to release. And then maybe we bend those knees back and forth, just finding a little length through the back body, releasing some of that tension in the hamstrings. Now let's inhale as we slowly halfway lift, And then exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, slowly rise yourself up. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms in prayer at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step or jump into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out those legs if you need to. Connect with your breath. Let's gaze forward now. Jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise up. Arms to the ceiling. Exhale, palms in prayer. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, and then step or jump into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale into that downward facing dog. Find your breath once more. Stretching those heels to the mat and breathing now, finding your breath once again. On your next exhale, let's bend those knees, dropping them to hover just above the mat, and then inhaling, lengthening those legs. Exhale, hover, dropping those knees. Inhale, heels back. Exhale, dropping. Inhale up, going with your own breath here. And then inhale back into that downward facing dog. Now let's roll our shoulders over our wrists. And then exhale, drop those knees and extend back into downward dog. Inhale as we roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, drop those knees, send it back. Inhale, round the spine forward, drop those knees, send your weight back towards your hips. Inhale, downward facing dog as we roll forward, plank, drop those knees, and we send it back, awakening the spine. And now let's take a deep inhale once again. And we're going to start building a little heat through the body. So let's ground through that left foot and inhale that right foot up and back. Exhale, pulling your weight forward to plank, tucking that knee in towards the chest. Inhale back. Let's do some mountain climbers here. So exhale as you pull that knee towards your chest. Inhale as you raise it up towards the sky. And as we bring our knee towards our chest, let's hold it here. Drop that knee outward to the left wrist, right armpit, and left armpit. Kind of doing these knee squares, engaging that core. Then switch directions. Wrist, armpit, armpit. Feeling that core, raising yourself up as you bring it into the armpit, rounding out the spine. Now let's release that foot in between the hands and inhale up into a nice high lunge. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. Let's exhale, release the arms behind the back, grasping the hands and pulling our shoulder blades together, releasing our heart towards the ceiling. And then exhale, dive forward into this humble high lunge, arms reaching up towards the sky behind you. And release our arms, straighten that right leg into pyramid pose. We're only staying here a moment. Ground through that right foot as we inhale that left leg up and back. Exhale as we bend that knee, bringing it behind the right knee and extend once again. Exhale, tuck that knee. Inhale up. Exhale. We're going to do 5 of these standing split crunches. And then release back up. Hold at the top. Slowly drop that left leg down, setting us up for warrior 1. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, and then exhale, sweep them behind, humble warrior, pop that left leg back. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, swan dive forward, core engaged. Pop that back leg. Inhale, arms up to the sky, chest open. Exhale, release, pop that back leg. Inhale, arms up. Swan dive forward, front leg engaged, pop that back leg. Inhale, arms up. Let's do one more. Exhale, arms back, pop that back leg. Let's ground through that right leg as we pull our left knee forward. Inhale, arms up to the standing mountain. Release that left ankle on that right knee as we come into chair pose, sending our hips back. Shoulders relaxing just a bit. Grounding through that right leg. And release back, coming into this modified warrior 3. Arms either out front or at your sides. And then release into this standing split. Point those back toes up towards the ceiling. And then ground through those arms as we come into a one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Pedal out those legs if you need to. Reconnect with your breath a bit. Bend those toes. Hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, round the spine as you rise up into mountain pose. Palms coming into prayer at heart center. Release. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight back. Exhale, fold forward. Step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Deep breath. Exhale into downward facing dog. Allow yourself just a little bit of release here, a little bit of calm before we switch sides. Now ground through that right leg as we inhale that left leg up and back. Exhale, bringing that knee towards the chest. Let's do these mountain climbers. Inhale up, exhale, knee tucked towards the chest. Inhale up, exhale, kind of going with your own breath here. Let's pause now at the center. And let's drop that knee in towards the wrist, armpit, armpit, wrist, armpit, armpit. And let's switch directions. Engage that core. Core is strong, pushing through the shoulders. Let's pause at the center here. And let's come into that high lunge. Inhale. Arms up towards the sky. Slight back bend here and release those arms behind the back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, humble high lunge. Arms up towards the ceiling. Strong front leg. Release those arms back into pyramid pose. Straighten out that left knee. Ground through that left leg as we inhale that right foot up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, drop that right knee behind the left one. Let's do some standing split pulses here. Breathing as you release. Strong front leg. Maybe balancing yourself with your hands if you need to. And then let's send it back. Set yourself up for warrior 1. Inhale, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, humble warrior. Let's pop that right leg back. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, release, humble warrior. Pop that leg. Inhale, arms up. Deep breath. Exhale, strong front leg, strong core. Engaging those glutes as you kick that back leg up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release, popping that leg. Ground through that left foot as we bring our right knee up. Inhaling our arms up towards the ceiling, crossing that right ankle over the left knee and sending our hips back into this nice chair pose. Again, allowing your shoulders to kind of relax at your sides and then release into this warrior 3 variation. Arms forward or at your sides. And then slowly drop your chest towards your knee into this standing split. Now press your arms into the mat and send yourself back into a one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Allow your shoulders to relax for a moment, pressing those heels towards the mat. Now let's bend those knees and send our weight forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, round through the spine as we rise up. Arms towards the ceiling, palms in prayer. Inhale, arms up. Let's swan dive forward into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine long. Exhale, release into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into that downward facing dog once again. And we're going to give our legs a break now and start working those shoulders. So let's drop onto our elbows into this nice dolphin pose. Maybe walk our feet in just a bit if we can. And we're going to start doing these shoulder plugs. So we're going to release our shoulders down and then back up, kind of pushing the mat away from ourselves. You can kind of see my chest getting closer to the mat in a way as we're kind of plugging through the shoulder blades. And then let's drop those knees. Inhale, release those legs, drop those knees, release those legs. Let's drop the knees again, core active. You'll feel your shoulders burning. And release back up, heels towards the mat, drop those knees, and then release back up into that dolphin pose again. Now, if our shoulders weren't burning enough, now we're going to do some dolphin to downward dog transition. So let's rise up into downward dog, drop those elbows, dolphin pose. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, drop those elbows. Kind of go at your own pace here, dropping the elbows, core engaged, pushing the mat away as you rise up, and then dropping into that dolphin pose again, kind of breathing through. Pause a moment here in dolphin, and then slowly release your knees back down. Let's tiptoe our fingers forward and come into this extended puppy pose, releasing our chest towards the mat. And breathe just a moment, allowing our shoulders to relax. Maybe bring your right arm under the body over to the left side, almost like a thread the needle pose, and just relax a moment, breathing into your shoulders and release. Let's bring that left arm under the body now towards the right side. Breathing life into our shoulders. Great job, and let's release back down now, extended puppy again. And then slowly releasing tabletop posture, send it back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to ground through that left leg again as we inhale our right leg up and back. We're going to come into these mountain climbers again. So inhale up, exhale, tuck that knee in towards your chest. Inhale back up, exhale, knee towards the chest. At your own pace. And then at the next time you bring your knee in, let's drop it towards the mat, kind of doing these shoulder plugs, core engaged, tucking it towards the chest, and then bringing it to the mat, up and back. And let's hold here at the top, and then pivot into this nice side plank, bringing that right foot over into the inner thigh, releasing that right arm up and over. Maybe you extend that right leg now, dropping it behind the body into wild thing posture. And then we release, dropping that right hand to the mat, tucking that right leg under the body and releasing, stretching that left arm now up over the body, and then releasing it down to the mat, tucking that knee in, bringing that foot in between the fingers, setting ourselves up into high lunge once again. Release, arms up towards the sky. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, let's drop that left elbow to the right knee, arms in prayer. Release that left hand towards the mat as we pop that left leg up, arms towards the ceiling. Hold here a moment. Release, arms down, standing split. Left leg up towards the sky, chest to the knee, and release back down. Set yourself up for warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, arms up, bending that knee, warrior one. Release that right knee, exhale into pyramid pose. Bend that knee, rise up, warrior one strong. Exhale, straighten that knee, pyramid pose. Rise up once again, front knee strong, release, back down, pyramid pose. Let's do one more here. Inhale, arms up, warrior one, release, back down. Let's ground through that right leg now as we bring that left leg up and left arm up towards the ceiling into half moon pose. Strong right knee, gentle but soft. And then we release back down, coming into a warrior two. Arms at your sides, gaze forward. Let's inhale as we drop that left arm towards the left leg, reverse warrior. And inhale back up, and then exhale, dropping that right elbow to the knee and releasing back over to side angle. Maybe we take a bind here around that knee. And then maybe we even straighten out that right knee now and breathing through the leg, feeling the fire within our body. And we release back down into pyramid pose. Let's drop that left knee towards the mat now, straightening out that front leg, maybe releasing those toes off the mat. And then inhaling as we rise up into this low lunge, cactusing our arms at the top, and then releasing, straightening out that right leg, peeling those toes off the mat. Inhaling as we rise up, cactusing those arms, and then exhale. Let's do that nice hamstring stretch, peeling those toes off the mat, sending our head into our knee. Inhale, nice low lunge, arms to the ceiling, cactus, squeezing those shoulder blades hard open, and releasing back down, feeling this nice wave through the body as we're opening up our hamstrings, feeling the power through our legs and through our shoulders, and releasing back down now. Let's pause here and then send it back, lifting that back knee into a high plank and then into downward facing dog. Allowing your breath to slow for a moment. And when you're ready, let's ground through that right leg and inhale that left leg back for those mountain climbers. Bringing our knee in towards our chest as we round our spine. Exhaling as we bring that knee in, inhaling as we release. Let's do about 5 mountain climbers here. And then when we're ready, let's bring that knee in, holding it towards the chest, and then dropping it towards the mat. Inhaling, exhaling as we pull it up towards our chest, dropping it again. And then let's pause once again, pivoting, dropping that left leg into the inner thigh, into this side plank pose. Maybe release that left leg up and over, bending that knee now, dropping into wild thing, opening up through the heart, dropping that left leg down now under the body and releasing this time. All right, arm up overhead. Releasing both hands, tucking that foot in between the wrists. Let's send ourselves up into high lunge. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, let's bring that right elbow towards that left knee, palms in prayer. Maybe release that right arm towards the mat as we pop that right leg up and that left arm towards the sky. Hold here. Good job. And then slowly release our arms back down into standing split. Stretch that right foot up towards the ceiling. And then let's release that foot down, sending ourselves up for a warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's release into pyramid pose. Inhale, bend that knee. Arms up, warrior one, strong left knee. Exhale, straighten out that leg, chest to knee. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, release into pyramid pose. Inhale, rise up, chest open, and release back down. Inhale, one more time, rise up, warrior one. Hold here, exhale, release, pyramid pose. Let's ground through that left knee as we pop that right leg up, right arm up towards the ceiling in half moon posture. Breathe through the pose as we release that right leg back. Let's set ourselves up into a warrior two. Arms active at your sides. Gaze over that left hand. Let's drop that right hand towards the right leg. Inhaling that left arm up over the body into reverse warrior. Inhale back to neutral. And then exhale as we drop that left elbow and bringing that right arm up and over, side angle. Maybe we take a bind around that left thigh. And maybe we even stretch out that left knee here. Breathing through this bind. through the hamstring, and then releasing into pyramid pose. Dropping that back knee now. Exhale as we extend that front knee. Inhale up into high lunge. Cactus those arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release that front knee, peeling those toes off the mat for a nice hamstring stretch. As we bring it back up again, cactusing those arms, deep inhale up, exhale, releasing that front knee, chest to knee. Let's continue this nice flowing movement, breathing through the posture changes and releasing towards that knee, feeling that stretch through the hamstring. Let's bring it up now. Exhale, cactus those arms, squeezing those shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up, and then release back down. Stretching through that hamstring. And now let's send it forward, releasing that back knee and sending it back into downward facing dog. Stretching those heels towards your mat. Let's round out into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into that downward facing dog. And when you're ready, we're going to come back into that high plank again and then drop into a forearm plank, getting ready to kind of work our core just a little bit more before we do some fun forearm play. So in this forearm plank, let's just start dropping our hips from side to side. Active, engaged core, pushing our shoulders away from the mat. We're just dropping left hip, then right hip, left, then right, really building up fire within the core. Great job, guys. Now let's pause at the top, pivoting onto the left forearm into a plank, windmilling that right arm up and over as we pivot into the right side now, and windmilling that left arm up and over, and just slowly repeating sides. Nice side plank, strong core, pushing those hips up and away from the mat, and just windmilling those arms up and over the body with your breath. It's a really strong, active, engaged exercise here, and we pause at the top, this time releasing our knees back down now into child's pose. We're going to start practicing now coming into a forearm stand, so I encourage you to just have patience with your body and only do what you feel comfortable doing at this moment in your practice. It can take more than one yoga class to learn a specific pose, so I encourage you to be honest and open with yourself while also open to learning new skills and just taking that leap to try a new pose that might be just a little bit scary. So when you're ready, come on to your forearms and set yourself up into that dolphin pose we practiced. And try to think about which leg might be your strongest that you can use to kind of kick yourself up into this forearm stand. So just do some light hops, trying to bring your weight over your shoulders. Maybe you find that balance and extend those legs up towards the sky, keeping that core engaged, pushing those shoulders away from the mat. If it's easier, maybe you can bend those knees and kind of spread them, finding balance this way, and then slowly release back down, practicing that soft release. And just find your center once again. Maybe rest a bit before trying one more time. We try to keep our arms about kind of elbow distance away. So if you clasp your elbows, that's a good way to kind of figure out how far apart your forearms should be. And then if you're ready, we can try again. So let's try hopping up one more time. Maybe you find your balance, maybe you don't. Just keep hopping up till you do. I find that nice bent knee split is a great way to kind of find your balance. Maybe you extend those toes up towards the ceiling, pointing those toes, core engaged, pushing those forearms into the mat, and then release back down. We're going to try it one more time, kind of give your shoulders a little rest here. Maybe you take a child's pose to allow yourself just a little bit of rest before trying one more time. And then set our forearms up again. Tuck those toes under. Let's come up into that dolphin pose. And then try some nice hops up. Maybe you catch it on the first try. Maybe you don't. That's okay. Just keep trying. Point those toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe practice with a couple different postures. Bend those knees again. Maybe you point both of those toes coming up into a scorpion posture behind the body. Pulling those toes as close as you can towards your head without hurting your back. And then slowly release back down. Great job, you guys. And let's start to unwind the body now at this time. Let's release our arms at our sides. Maybe clasping those hands behind the body and reaching up towards the sky and just kind of bringing them back and forth behind the body before releasing them back down in this child's pose posture. Slowing down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Allow your body to just come back to its normal rhythms. Feeling proud of whatever you've accomplished in today's class. And when you're ready, we're going to release our arms and our forearms onto the mat and set ourselves up into a cobra pose. So let's press those shoulders away from the mat, engage those glutes and engage that core to kind of protect that lower back in cobra pose. And release that right arm under the body, releasing that left arm, kind of pressing your weight on top of that right arm. Maybe rocking back and forth gently. We're just trying to find some release in that right arm, in that right shoulder. Bring awareness to any tightness that you may feel right now. And then use that left arm to kind of come up onto your side, bringing that left knee over, grabbing that left knee with your right arm. And let's cactus that left arm over. Exhale as you pull that left arm over the body like you're reaching for a cookie. Inhale, cactus that arm out to the side. Inhale, reach over, keeping that left knee on the mat if you can. Inhale, cactus that arm. Exhale, release, feeling that nice thoracic stretch. Opening up through the chest and the back body here. Reaching over. And then releasing back down, releasing those legs, coming into that cobra pose again. And then this time releasing that left arm under the body now, stretching that right arm kind of up, and then dropping your weight, feeling it pressing into the left arm. Maybe you rock the chest back and forth onto that arm, just allowing your gentle weight to kind of release any tension in the arm. Now rolling onto that left side, bringing that right knee in, holding that down with your right or with your left hand. Cactus that right arm. Exhale as you stretch it over the body. Inhale, cactus it over to the right. Exhale, release, stretching it over, feeling a release through the thoracic spine. Exhale over, deep inhale as you cactus that arm, pulling it as much as you can towards the mat. And just going kind of with your own breath here, allowing some release through the shoulders and back. And when you're ready, kind of come up onto your back. Maybe bring those knees up, come up onto your hands, and we're going to kind of come into this reverse upward plank here. Core engaged, glutes engaged, heart towards the sky. Maybe you point those toes towards your mat as much as you can, or you can keep the feet flexed, whatever is most comfortable for you. Just take a deep breath. And then slowly release back down. Let's drop ourselves slowly down now, bringing our knees in towards our chest. Maybe do a nice gentle spinal rock here, just back and forth, finding any release through the back body. Maybe doing some circles with your hips and pelvis. one direction first, and then slowly switching direction. Just allowing your body to unwind after today's class. Great job, guys. Let's release now, guiding those knees over to the right side as we release our left hand over, gaze following that left hand for this gentle spinal twist. Release to center, and then pull those knees over to the left, following your gaze over to the right now. Allowing your heart rate to come back to normal. And release to center, maybe grabbing the outsides of your feet, pulling those knees in towards your armpits in a nice happy baby pose. Gentle rocking on the spine here. Allowing yourself to decompress. And then slowly release. Maybe let's shake out those toes and ankles. Roll out those wrists in this nice dead bug posture, one of my favorites. Maybe shaking out those arms and those knees and allowing everything to just kind of release as if it's just falling out of your legs and falling out of your arms, any tension. Shaking it out now. Allowing all tension to release. And then slowly release yourself now, setting yourself up for Shavasana. Maybe grab a blanket if you need to at this time, and slowly release your arms down. Taking note of any tension that might still be in the shoulders, and just allowing it to leave the body. Feel your abdomen rise with each breath. And the air slowly releasing out of your lungs with each exhale. I hope you're proud of yourself for today's practice. And I hope it lit a fire inside of you to kind of keep going and keep learning with every new posture and every new class. We're not going to be perfect the first time we try any pose. And we might not be that stable, we might be a little wobbly, but that's part of the practice. That's how we grow as an individual, and that's how we grow stronger. So I encourage you to keep practicing. And just be mindful about the thoughts that enter your head. Give yourself positive encouragement and kind of force any negative thinking out of your mind. Because you are strong and you are capable, and I believe in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.